To be completely honest, I was already a subscriber of the app because I really believe that it's a great tool for you to use. Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you a bit of a different video. Instead of talking about a specific point or a Master Tung technique or a clinical case, I'm going to be talking about an app for your phone or for your tablet. This is because in a previous video I mentioned Master Tung's app, which is an app with obviously Master Tung's points. And a lot of you asked questions about the app and asked me to do a full review of the app. And that's what I'm going to do today. In a moment, I'm going to switch the screen here to the iPad and we're going to do a full run through the app and I'll give you my review. First, to be completely honest, I have a connection with this app. They support my in-person courses and the way they do it is all of my students get discounts on the app. But this video is in no way supported by the app, so it's not sponsored. They're not paying me to do this video. And to be even more honest, even before the app started supporting my courses, I was already a subscriber of the app because I really believe that it's a great tool for you to use. In this app, you'll find a full list of Master Tung points. And this is also the answer to the question that I get a lot here in the channel, which is, where can we see images, where can we see descriptions for the points that are not numbered, so the points that are not in most of the translated books. And I usually tell you, well, if you want a book, you need to learn how to read Chinese because only Dr. Hu's and Dr. Li Guozheng's books mention most of these points. Well, this app is the answer to that question because this app has the full list of Master Tung points, even the points that are not numbered. This app also talks about the 72 absolute needles that I'm making videos about and you're always very curious. This app has a section just on the 72 absolute needles. This app has a section on the 32 resolution points. So you have here an amazing tool for you if you really want to advance in Master Tung's acupuncture. As a bonus, this app was created by Sean Goodman. Sean has been a friend of mine for many years. I was one of his students. Then I worked as a translator for him for a while. So I have a really close connection to Sean. He's a good friend, but I'm looking at the app by itself, not connected to my friend. But the fact is, he knocked the ball out of the park because this app is amazing. So I'll switch to the iPad screen now and let's dive into the app. So we have here the icon for the app. We open it and we have here the home screen. You can see you can search the points. You can search for points by the name of the point, the number of the point, even by indications or by the different areas. You can search through by reaction area. Reaction area is the same thing as the Shenjing. And you can also, through this menu, select which zone of the body do you want to see points. So say if I select zone 33, it will show me all the points in the arm. Here in this drop-down menu, you have settings, the about and everything, but you have two very interesting links, which is one on Master Tung and one on underlying principles. If you press the first one on Master Tung, you will see a very nice text about the history of Master Tung, his life, and his teachings. And if you come back and you go through the underlying principles, then you get here a lot of theory about how to apply Master Tung's acupuncture. Here you'll see the section about the 72 absolute needles, and so on. So you have here a lot of very nice information. But the reason I'm sure most of you will use this app is to look for points, look for locations, indications. And so let's go through the point, location and indications. Let's go to one of these points and show you how this works. So you can come here and you can select, for instance, Changmen or intestine gate. And as you can see here, we start with an image of the point. This is a very nice representation where you can see the bones and you can see the location of the points, the numberings. You even have other points to use as reference. Then you have a written description of the location. Then here you have a description of the needling technique, so how to insert the needle. In some points you'll see that you have different needling techniques for different problems. Then you have here the reaction area. This is the same as the shenjing of the point. Then you have a video showing you how to needle the point that I'll show you in a minute. You have a list of indications. You can add your own notes to the points, so maybe different usages that you do with the points, different needling techniques. You have a section with additional information. This section is very interesting because a lot of times you'll see here information about different authors that have different opinions on the points or ideas on combinations of the points. So here you get a lot of very important information that's very hard to get in other places. And you have a description of the point name, going through the characters and what does the point name mean. And here in the corner you see this little star. That means you can favorite this point, so it's quicker for you to get to the point later. Now let's just watch the needling video.
Locate the point with the hand placed on the chest. The point is located on the posterior aspect of the ulna. On the ulnar side of the ulna, 3 tun, proximal to the wrist, between the bone and the tendon.
As you see, we start with a description of the point, and now we have an actual video of the point needling technique. You see here the measurements, you see the technique, and as an added bonus, this is actually Sean's hand needling the point, and it's always a pleasure to see him insert needles in the patients because his needling technique is amazing. So please enjoy. And this is it. As you can see here, I changed my settings. We're at my home studio because as I was editing the video, I realized that I had some technical difficulties and the sound cut off for the end part where I give my final review and final opinion of the app. And so we'll have to do it in this setting. As you've seen, the app is really good. It has amazing descriptions of the point locations. It has the full list of the points, which is something very rare in translated medium. Usually you just find the full list of points in Chinese. So these are all huge pluses for this app. But I do have two small things that I wish could be different in the app. The first of them is that you always need Wi-Fi to get the images and the videos of the point locations and needling. This in most cases won't be a huge problem, but if you do house calls, for instance, and you have your app on an iPad that doesn't have a mobile connection, this might be a problem. For the videos, I understand that it would make the app heavier, so it makes sense that it needs to be connected to the internet. But I think that at least the images of the point locations could be available even when you're not online. And the second thing that I think could be different in the app, but this is a problem that we have between a lot of different Master Tung scholars that I've already talked about, is that the descriptions of the Shenjing, I don't agree with all of the descriptions in the app. But I've already talked about this in the videos. This comes from the way that Master Tung taught his students. So you will see that different students from Master Tung, either Dr. Yang, Paul Carson, Dr. Hu, between them you see that they don't agree on the Shenjing or the reaction area of every point. And I don't agree with the reaction area of every point that is described in the app. From what I've studied, from the teachers that I've had, I think that a few of the reaction areas are not exactly correct, even for the actions of some points, but this is absolutely minimal. So through the full list of points, maybe there are 10 points that I don't fully agree with the reaction areas, but that's not to say that I'm the correct one or that the creator of the app is the correct one. The problem is that right now nobody really knows the correct answer. So this is not really a problem with the app, but that's something that I don't really agree with in a minimal part of the points. But for most of the points, I completely agree with reaction areas, and even in the ones that I don't, it's still a very good resource, and the app might be the correct one and I might be the one that is wrong. So as a final result of my evaluation of this app, I'll have to say that this is a must-have for anyone who wants to really work with Master Tung Acupuncture at a high level. Regardless of if you're starting and you're learning the points, or if you're an advanced practitioner, but you always need to have a good atlas of points to remind yourself of some point. This even has an advantage over a book because you can search for indications. So let's say you're having a hard case of psoriasis, you can search for skin or for psoriasis and see the points that have indications for this problem, or you're searching for a specific action on a Shenjing, you can search for that reaction area. So this is very useful and can be very useful in your practice, regardless of if you're a novice starting applying Master Tung or if you're an advanced practitioner that need a tool for a quick check of a point. The app is a subscription service, but you have a trial period that I advise everyone to try it and see if this fits your workflow and the way you work and you learn Master Tung. And this is it for my opinion on Master Tung's Points app. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it was helpful to you. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with anyone that might benefit from it, and I'll see you in the next one.